Hello, I am Michael J, and I am a designated broker in Seattle, greater Seattle area. And I was asked to make a few words on why, when I wake up in the morning, I think of 6 impossible things before breakfast. Because I'm a dreamer, I'm an expressive personality, and I run a successful company here in Seattle. And we're aggressively expanding for people with heart. Number 1, passion and your talents. We would like your time, not necessarily your money, to get started in real estate. So, number 1, we're going to invite you to a personal growth plan. And number 2, we're going to untap your brain power of your IQ, your ability to interpret real estate and people in general and build quality relationships. And then we're going to open up your toolbox. So that's your past experiences, maybe what's on your resume, and your emotions, your excuses, your challenges in life. And we're going to work where we're weak so you can be strong. So the point is that what does it look before you meet me? We're going to take John Maxwell here. So we got the 21 laws of leadership. It's just like gravity. If you don't believe in it, it still works and it doesn't care. And then we have the start of a personal growth plan to look at these 21 characteristics or indisputable characteristics of a leader that you could transform. So if you were the right person and you wanted to know what does it look like before I'm a licensed agent, before I'm an unlicensed independent selling agent working from home or the Bahamas, if I was an intern and I never really wanted to get a license and spend that $1,000, what is my return on investment for trading my greatest asset, which is your time? And it might be your IQ, it might be your personality, it might be your passion in life, right? We have a real simple scale here. Looking at your IQ, like I says, number 2, your curiosity, your work ethic, your coachability, your prior success, and your passion. And it's real simple. It's 80% heart and 20% skills. And if we find you for your heart and your passion and your skills, we'll train you for what you need to do, right? I always tell the people the hardest part of my job is opening the door and putting a price on a house, right? There's some math involved. We got cheat sheets, and you can always just go to Zillow and cheat. You'll only be off by 7 to 14%. But there are 160 million houses in America, and they haven't been in one. But they have a formula, right? And so you say, well, what's it going to cost me, right? Your time is free. Your license is $1,000. But if you were looking for the best opportunity and you really want to buy into a great culture of people that, really love real estate, or the next is affiliates where you're just referring people. If you wanted to be a full-time recruiter, you just take this pink sheet and interview people because they've got a 10% chance of making it, and most people quit in the first 7 months. But 95% of people are not even out there recruiting, right? Because that takes work, and it takes adding value to people's lives, and it takes a risk on the return on investment on developing those people. And managers. So you're a burnt out real estate agent and you just want to sit at my desk right over there and manage deals, right? You don't really want to talk to people anymore. Or you want to help guide people. You want to develop and train and play manager with your position and compliance and the back end of real estate where you're like operations manager. And then co-brokers, just people we work with on a daily basis that make the process smoother. And so you'd say, oh, no, I want to sign up for the team leader. I want to give my people leads. I want to feed them like barn animals. And they just go out and do the day-to-day process. And then I take half or 75% of their check. It's not really a good strategy for profit, but it's easy, right? The path of least resistance usually provides the least amount of results. But if you said, hey, I want to have the best return on my investment, I want to put in a fair amount of time, and I'd like to make a reasonable profit, then maybe real estate is for you. So if you said the hardest part of this before real estate is clearly defining the role for the person to be able to perform the job, number one. Number two, I would say, does the person fit our culture? And right now, there's probably about 10 different real estate companies you could join. Personality-based, my way or the highway. Where it's a feeling and a vibe and it's fun and exciting. The quota-based, 8 or the gate. If you don't sell 8 houses, you're gone. You don't sell 2 houses a month, you're gone. The technology company where they're just going to solve all your problems with the magic bullet. But who's going to babysit the people for 90 days for free? No, that's why it doesn't work. And then we have the big box company where you sell your friends and family, and then they put a bullet in you because they don't teach you how to talk to strangers. But, the general customer thinks that the company sells the home, not the individual agent. Then you look at the family business. Well, hey, me and Vena, superstar Vena, run this company together. And we're really excited about adding value to people's lives and training millennials and people that are willing to work and willing to train and are teachable and consistent. And even though it's challenging and a lot of work, you're gonna work where you're weak, and then you become strong and you overcome. You go to fun conventions and you learn from the best people in the United States on how or why they got started, how they did it, and what they did. Case studies, and a lot of people share information at the big conventions, 4, 5, 7,000 people, because they want to win, right? They want to get better. And it's not cheap, right? It's $700 and tickets and hotels and food, but that's where the personal growth really takes off. Like for me, doing this for 27 years, it's a shot in the arm of motivation and a challenge to work with other people in the room and, do deals with other people in the room too, because they're relocation, sending us qualified and motivated people. Usually you do a couple of those deals, it pays for all your conventions for a whole year, and sometimes it go to 4 to 5 a year. But the point is, the different kind of companies. Then affiliates, they're going to give away the services for free because they own the bank, they own the title company, they own the escrow company, and they don't really care about you too much because they don't care if you cut your commission, they don't care if you're great at negotiation, because you're fueling those other profits at the affiliate level. Or relocation, 25, 35% of their check, they're taking it because they're just a deal machine. And then we have the low commission companies where, just come for us 100%. I don't know how they stay in business other than they lie to you and they take half your check for the first couple of deals, and then they charge you $200 or $400 junk fees a month. Then they charge you transaction fee, $500 or $600 a deal. So it's not really 100%, right? But when people are only selling 2 or 3 houses a year, they miss it, right? Because it's not productivity based, right? So the next company is PPP, per person productivity. We want to give you the most amount of training. We want to give you the most amount of enthusiasm. We want to give you the best return on investment because we want you productive so you never leave. We have a loyalty, right here, all in, right? Because if you hold out, you never join the before picture, because you don't think it's going to work or it's not for you, that's fine. And that's 95% of the audience right now. Only 5% of the people are willing to change or sacrifice. It's like they're naked and afraid, sitting in the corner, but they say, hey, if I work on me, hey, if I take this challenge, hey, if I'm bored sitting at home and I'd like a new challenge, an opportunity, they'll change that time for skills. They'll get consistent. They'll develop a new attitude, and they will be really excited to come to work. This phone rings 60 times a day. I got buzzing like 16 times already. And then the next kind of company is the what is the next kind? It's supposed to be 10, right? I think we're on like number 6. The next kind of company that you could go to work for is, I'm not sure. Those are the major ones anyway. But the point is, you're looking at the picture before you go to a company, and they're going to assess, how much heart you have, how much brain power you have, and then the toolbox. So if you look in the tool, what do we have to offer? So if you start out as an intern, you're going to learn how to prospect. You're going to learn, the hardest part of real estate is finding the qualified and motivated customers. And we call these the money-making activities because you're going to learn how to write a contract. You're going to learn how to negotiate a contract. You're going to learn how to present to buyers, sellers, wholesale customers, rent-to-own customers, business opportunities, selling gas stations and mini storage and adult family homes and daycares and car lots. And then you're also going to learn how to develop land and look for the best juicy deals, right? You're also going to learn how to overcome objections. You're going to learn how to close. And if you present well, the likely conclusion for a good presentation is they say yes. And I'll just give you the secret right now today. 20% of the people say yes, right? You can't stop them from buying because they're a lot like you right now where they say, hey, I want a great opportunity. Let me buy, right? Nobody really wants to be sold, but they want to buy. They want something better. They want more security. They want an opportunity. They want another investment. They want something more profitable than what they have now. And sometimes, they're just trading in. And then you're going to learn how to interpret the data. You're going to learn how to leverage the tools, your presentation materials, your key boxes, your cell phone, your database, your marketing campaign, your photography for, to provide a smooth experience for the customer, right? And so then we went from, will you be able to do the job, to will you fit the culture? And that's why we talked about what kind of company we're working with. To, will we fit your personal life? Is it the hours I want to work? Is it the vacation time that I want? Is it the freedom I want? Is it the respect I want? Is it the recognition I want? Is it the security I want? And I can't really answer that. The only thing I can't give you is courage to do the job, right? And that might be for a short time, a week, on and off. Hey, I want to work a week a month. Hey, I want to work a weekend a month. Hey, I want to work a weekend a week. Or long term, that you start this journey and then you jump over to the company, license agent or up the chain. And you got to think of it kind of a change because once you start this journey, then you have opportunity. Then you create security and then you go make more opportunities. Because if you do win, you'll get inspired. And then you'll implement these techniques. You will have a opportunity to get the income and you will, be thankful for the idea, right? And so when you're looking at this company, you'll just do a quick interview, on those three things: your heart, your brain, and your toolbox. You'll try out. So you get started, but you don't want to hold out where you don't have any optimism that this could work for you. And then if you cop out, you get started, and then your excuses and your emotions and the rejection and the pain and the disappointment and the failure and the fear takes over, you can't hit the finish line, right? But if you drop out, hey, it's not for you. We're still going to be part as friends, right? Because you're not going to know someone in the next 20 years that's going to want to buy or sell a house. We're still friends, and you still get those referral income on the affiliate program, because you've been inside our organization. You know how we work. We have integrity. We have a smooth experience. We're qualified to do all the different types of real estate. And then you will shadow. So you say, okay, hey, I'd like to go on a listing presentation. Hey, I'd like to go to open house. Hey, I'd like to go sell a gas station. Oh, hey, I'd like to look at the business plan to get funding for a warehouse, right? These are things we do on the daily basis, which, most people think we just sit in this office and then the people walk in the door and then we go show them houses. That's part of what we do. But if you are a passive agent and you wait for the customers to come for you, you're not going to have as much success as you might want to in life. If you're aggressive, you talk to 40 people a day, then, you're going to have a calendar and a schedule of money-making activities, and you will win. A brand new person can get 2 to 3 appointments a week. And your batting percentage, I already told you the secret. 20% of people just say yes. 70% of people say maybe. And that's because they have an unanswered question in their head, or 10% of the people just simply say no because they have a condition we cannot change, or they don't perceive a value. And that's okay. It's just people that don't have a problem, we can't solve it, they can't hand us money. But the people that do have a problem, we solve the problem, they do hand us money. So if you look at that and then you attend a team meeting, and then you can choose to get started. So that's like the before. So after you're hired, then you can take a look, hey, did I clearly look at the defined role that I can perform? You'll have a percentage of chance of success. Now, if you're average, 90% of the people are going to fail. So salespeople are not normal, right? We're a little bit different. We're risk takers. We are curious. We do have a good work ethic. We are coachable. We do have passion to do this business. And then we're going to have a probability, number 3, that you're the right person for the best opportunity in Seattle to win. And then you just rinse and repeat, right? So if you go all out and you talk to 1,000 people as fast as you can, and that's about 90 days worth of work, you would statistically have a 10% chance that they're moving this year. But that's 12 months divided by 4, right? Divided by 4 for a 90-day cycle would be 100 divided by 4 is 25. So 20% of that is about $100,000. So you took the risk, you joined the team, and you overcame through the failure, through the disappointment, through the pain, the rejection, and the fear, but you became something greater, right? You overcome, you had character, you had work ethic, you had all these little tabbies here, we can go through them real quick, is what we're offering. Character, charisma, commitment, great communication, competence, courage, discouragement? No, discernment. Focus, you had generosity, you had initiative, you had great listening skills, you had passion, you had a positive mental attitude, you had great problem solving skills, you had great relationships, you were responsible, you had security, you had self-discipline, you had servanthood, you had teachability, and you had a clear vision, right? You started the personal growth plan, and who knows where you'll end up, right? Short term or long term, before you join, you're going to become a better person. You're going to impact the community, right? Because if the money's not for you, $100,000, just think about giving it away. What could $100,000 do for your charity right now? What could it do for the food bank? What could it do for human trafficking? What could it do for your church? What could it do for your baseball team, your competitive team? You know, and charity starts at home. What could it do for our family? What could it do for our outlaws? And what could it do for the people suffering right now? Because they're naked and afraid and they have no meaning of life, but they always have a choice of their attitude. But sometimes it takes money to fix the problems. It's just neutral. It reveals our character. So hopefully, taking a little sneak peek at before joining real estate may help you. You know, just think about getting involved in a small way. And then a medium business, a big business, you know, kind of like that 24 Assets book, right? You're in the wilderness, and then you're a boutique, and then you're a factory, and then you're industry, right? It's like a growth mode to have a great return on your start of personal investment. So give me a call. My personal cell phone number is 206-200-1234. If you prefer to start with Vena, she's here as well. And if you've seen any of her thousands of videos and 700,000 people on TikTok, you can see how someone goes through the learning curve and really becomes an influencer, really touching and adding value to people in that marketplace, right? Digital, online, offline, and right here at home in Seattle. All right, thank you for listening. And I look forward to getting to know you and your story on how you transform. Talk to you soon.